We've had a small issue in the greenhouse. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. You're doing amazing, sweetie. What on earth are you? God, oh my God, oh my God. Hello everyone, welcome back to another allotment vlog. If you're new here, my name's Emma and this is my allotment, but I usually stand in my shed to start them off. We're here today, we're after work. We've not got too long, we've only got a couple of hours and I've not been in a few days, so we've just come to do the usual checks, see how things are looking, check on our wedding flowers. It's getting real close now, guys, it's getting real close, it's getting so close, it's getting too close for comfort. So check on the wedding flowers, see how they're doing. I will show you the flowers today because I've promised you for long enough, so I might do a little bit of a mini plot tour. I've not got time to do a full in-depth plot tour, but I'll show you some flowers and some, you know, things of note, exciting things. Before we get into the video, if you fancy subscribing, it's free. You can, no one charges you, it's all fun and games over our allotment. We've had a lot go wrong this year. We've had a lot go right as well, to be fair, but if allotmenting, gardening, cooking with allotment food, flowers sounds interesting, do subscribe. I'll wait for you. Thank you. I have just it's been stormy the past few days, so me and Sam came the other day just to shut the polytunnel door and to shut the greenhouse door so that no wind could get in and, you know, blow them away. So I've just opened the polytunnel in the greenhouse and we've had a small issue in the greenhouse. Small issue, just a little one. Can anyone spot the issue? Hi, hi, hi. Yeah, where the bloody hell have my brassicas gone? These were my winter sowings, and to be fair to my set, like, it's not all their fault because I've not been very good at keeping on top of watering, so as you can see, they're very dry. But yes, a little cabbage white appears to have got in here and had an absolute whale of a time, and there's caterpillars literally everywhere, so I'm going to remove those. And also, these look slightly better, but there is still some little friends in there, so I am going to sort this out. I don't know if this is a goner. What did I have? Kohlrabi. Oops. I think I've got more kohlrabi in the other tray. Wong bok. What are you? Mixed salad and romaine lettuce. Well, they've obviously not touched the lettuce, so I can still probably pot that on. But yeah, the wong bok and the kohlrabi are sort of decimated. I will try and save these. I am going to do a check. I'm going to pot these on, is what I mean to say. And I'm going to do a check under the leaves to check for any more caterpillar eggs, because I don't want another issue. It's funny, isn't it? Because we've had this door open, the greenhouse door, for ventilation, and I just never considered the fact that butterflies could get in, but of course they can get in. So I'm gonna throw these out, unfortunately, pot on the lettuce, pot on these brassicas, relocate these guys, and yeah, see what we can salvage out of this mess. I feel quite bad because I quite like caterpillars and butterflies, but not when you're eating me stuff. There's plenty more for you to eat out there. Come on, guys. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. You can be with your friends. So that is Cavolo Nero and Yoro Kobe potted up. I'm hoping that now I've got rid of the caterpillars that we won't have any more issues with the cabbage whites, but I'll have to come more often and keep an eye. I'm going to take the rest of this tray home actually and plant them in our home vegetable beds because we've not got much going on in those, so I'll take the spare seedlings, plant them at home. And then we've got lettuce. Now I am trying to be really on top of succession sowing lettuce, but I'm not always the most organised, so we'll see if I kill this or whatever. God. I did tidy up my greenhouse once upon a time. Once upon a time, being the key there. So many spiders. Okay, so we'll repot these lettuce. Hopefully these will be okay for winter. I don't know if romaine's okay as a winter lettuce, but we'll try our very best. They're also a little bit too small to be repotted, but obviously because we've had the cauliflower, the caterpillar disaster, it's kind of like now or never, really. The bigger ones, whoa, oh God. And then sometimes, oh, I hate potting on. Have I said that before? Bloody hate potting on. Oh, it's the worst allotment job. If I could pay someone to do this for me, I actually would. This should be a Sam job, but I think Sam would hate it even more than I hate it. Okay. Right, I'll go and get watering... words. I'll go and get the watering can, give those a nice soak, and then we'll step outside and see what there is to do outside. So this is the successional lettuce I was on about, and it does seem to be doing okay. This was the ones I've pulled out. I did have some spring onions mixed in here, but they don't seem to be so healthy. And I'm letting this lettuce go to seed because I've never saved seeds from my own lettuce before, so I thought that'd be an interesting experiment. Also, my tromboncino on this side I think has been competing with the nasturtiums and the lettuce that was in there, so it doesn't seem super healthy. And my trombone on this side has given me a trombone, but then nothing else, so I don't know whether it started too early and I should have let it do more leafy stuff than tromboncino-y stuff, but I got a bit excited, that was the problem. Also my fennel has started flowering, which is kind of sad because I did actually want fennel to eat, but I'm quite happy to keep the flowers for the wedding because I do like fennel flowers, so it's not all bad. Also, last time I was here, I've pulled out my peas because they were going over and they'd got mildew and I didn't want it to spread, and I pulled out those sweet peas for the same reason. These sweet peas, hello little bee, you enjoy. These sweet peas are also ready to go, but I can't quite get to them because of the sea of nasturtiums, which I'm happy about. I like nasturtiums for the pollinators, etc., so I'm quite happy for them to be there. But yeah, I can't quite get to pull out the sweet peas. I'm trying to think what else I need to do. My pumpkins have gone mental. We've got loads of these little guys. I think this is my gourd plant, my green gourd plant, and my goodness, is it giving me little pumpkins. I have no idea if these are edible or just decoration. I probably should look that up, but I've got absolutely loads of them on this plant, so that's exciting. And my Turk's turban is still there. It's still there, still growing, going really well. That's my first ever proper pumpkin. My 100 weight, I might give this a feed today actually because it's going a bit yellowy, is just taking over. This path is now out of action. Can't use this path anymore, got to go the long way around. But we've got no female flowers on it as yet, but I'm sure they will come, although we are cutting it a little bit fine for pumpkin season, but we will see. Oh, there's one over there. There's one over there, so yeah, we'll see, I guess. We'll see. Now, one of the jobs to do today is I've got some beetroot that I want to plant out into this bed, but it was very dry, so I'm just letting it, I've just watered it in the greenhouse. I'm just going to let it soak up the water for a moment and then we'll plant it out. What else have I got to do? Honestly, apart from planting out the beetroot, and I've got some onions that could do with planting out as well, I don't really have anything to do. That's so weird. I thought I had loads of allotment jobs to do, but maybe not actually. I mean, there's always weeding, but I don't want to weed today, so I'm not going to. Sometimes you just have to go with it. I could pull some potatoes. I'll deadhead the flowers because that is a job I'm having to do every time I come, so I'll go and I'll deadhead the cosmos and what other flowers have I got? Zinnias, etc. Oh, I've not brought a jar with me. I normally bring a jar so I can take some flowers home, but I've not got one. Oh, that's made me quite sad. Maybe I'll find something in the shed to put some water in. But yeah, let's deadhead the flowers because that is a full-time job at the moment. So the only thing I've got that I could feasibly put water in without it falling out the bottom is this biscuit tin. So I'm going to try that. We'll see how we get on. I'd prefer a jar, but if a biscuit tin's all you've got, a biscuit tin's all you've got. I did bring this here to put bird food in, but it can have flowers in temporarily. Biscuit tin it is. Right, where to start? Let's deadhead this dahlia. None of the others are blooming so far. What I'm gonna what I'm gonna do is chop this. I was gonna say right down, but I'm just thinking time-wise, in terms of blooming time. I don't know if that's got time to make new buds. So normally you'd chop like an arm's length down if you were doing this properly, but I don't think I've got time before the wedding for it to make that many new buds. What's going on here then? Some of these petals haven't opened properly. Is that a thrip? That could be thrips. I don't really know about dahlia bugs. There could be bugs. This guy, honestly, you're doing amazing, sweetie. You're doing amazing. It's doing so well. What variety is this actually? What are you? Pink puff? Purple puff? Purple puff. You're doing amazing, sweetie. Keep it up. Keep up the good work. Right. Let's see what else we've got to chop. It sort of pains me chopping the flowers, but I know that in the long run it will produce better blooms. So as painful as it is, it does have to be done. Let's chop my Wizard of Oz dahlia. See, I should cut that right down to there, really. Oh, that makes me so sad. Ooh. This guy can come home with me. As I say, I know that this doesn't necessarily need deadheading, but I'm trying to encourage later flowering, so that's what I'm doing. Sorry, guy. Gots to go. Right, I think that's all on there. And the cosmos. Honestly, deadheading cosmos is a full-time blooming job. Full-time job, honestly. This variety's got lovely long stems though. Lovely. Sorry, bees. This is all the vlogs are going to be now. It's just me deadheading because that's literally all I do here. That's all I do. It's a full-time job when you've got to keep your flowers going till September. Why didn't we have an August wedding? Or even better, April? Then it'd be already done. What on earth are you? Are you friend or foe? What the bloody hell is that bug? You can vacate the premises though, sir. I'll not kill you. But until you're confirmed to be nice, you can get off me flowers. These are for a wedding. Got no time for pests. Okay, so now we have the zinnias and the asters and the straw flowers, which are doing really, really well. The asters and the zinnias in particular. So again, I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm just going to deadhead any flowers that I can take home. I'll put into my little collection jar because it seems such a waste. And I thought I'd show you a good tip. This is from chronically watching TikTok and flower people on TikTok. So I saw a hack, well not a hack, a tip, that if you wiggle a zinnia, like this one for example, and the tip wiggles, then it's not ready for harvest. But if it doesn't and it stands up straight, then it's ready. So a few of these are old that need deadheading, and then there's a few that are ready to snip and take, so that's what I'm going to do. These asters have got amazing, lovely lovely long stems, and they're so fluffy and fun. So I really, really hope these stay in flower for the wedding, because they'll be perfect for a bouquet. So this is my lovely little biscuit tin of flowers. As you can see, I'm loving the asters. They're so like whimsical, and then there's loads of cosmos and zinnias as well. And I thought I'd just tell you as well, oh, I've got a ladybird. No, you go back. You go and protect my plants. Come, go back. Go onto the flower. That's where you belong. You can't come home with me. Right. A tip for cutting cosmos, which I have read on my travels, again, TikTok, the internet, is when you see your cosmos, can you see the middle of it where the pollen is? If you get that before it turns fluffy, which means it's less likely that this cosmos will have been pollinated yet, and unpollinated cosmos last longer in a vase, supposedly, according to the internet. I don't know how true or how gospel that is, but that's what I've been told, and that's what I'm going to go with. So, so yes, cut a bunch of stuff there. I'm just going to go over to my dad's plot and just double check the cornflowers, and I'm going to deadhead the cornflowers. But I'll not show you that because I've showed you that before, and quite frankly, if I showed you everything I'm deadheading, we'd be here for hours with a very boring vlog. Okay, so that's the flowers definitely looking a lot tidier. God, you'll have to ignore the state of me. It's after work, and I'm trying not to wear makeup in the week because I'm trying to keep my skin nice and clean for the wedding. We're in the Polytunnel because I am 100% sure there'll be a cucumber to harvest. There always is. And I wanted to check on the tomatoes because, if you don't know, this is the third set of tomatoes I've put in this bleeding Polytunnel. We'll not go into the house otherwise, but they now seem to be happy. I've been feeding them twice a week, once a week, twice a week, whenever I get to it. Whenever I water them, I feed them. And yeah, we've definitely got some cucumbers. I don't think we've got any ripe tomatoes, but I have been on top of side shooting and taking off the lower leaves, so hopefully the tomatoes will come very soon. But in the absence of tomatoes, let's find a cucumber. Okay, we have a winner. This has probably been on a little bit long, to be honest, no pun intended, but that is a lovely old cucumber. I think this is Carmen, which is like very similar to a supermarket cucumber, and you can just eat these straight up. They're not a pickling cucumber or anything, so I'll take that one home. And then any more in the jungle. Oh, this one. Again, I think this is a market more. Oh, something's had a nibble at that. That'll be all right if I just scrape that bit off. Market more. Oh God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I've just seen down at the bottom. There's three cucumbers I've forgotten or not seen. Oh my God. And there's a little one there. Oh my God. So many. And there's one there. I like cucumbers, but do I like them this much? That's the question. Someone will say, oh, make pickles. I've got 4 jars of bloody pickles in the fridge. I don't need any more. Huge. Ha 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 ha. No puns intended. And another one. And another one. Cucumber recipes in the comments, please, that aren't gherkins. I mean, I will just eat them with hummus. I do like a cucumber and some hummus, but we're getting past the point now. Is that all of them? Have I missed another one? We've got one there, but that's still growing. We've got you. You're meant to be a gherkin. You're a bit bigger than a gherkin. Is that all of them? Is that all of them? Oh my god, we've got a melon. Oh my god, we've got melons. Can you see? We have melons. I think it might be a wee bit late for melons, but it depends how well the rest of the season goes. Oh well, that's exciting. I didn't think we'd get a melon this year, so that's cheered me up. Cool. Is that all the cucumbers? Please be all the cucumbers, please. Please be all the cucumbers. And we have got tomatoes coming. There's one under there. We've got flowers. There's plenty of flowers on these, so yes, I am hopeful we'll get at least one homegrown tomato this year. And measure with your heart. About that much. Okay, so hopefully you can see, this is what I was saying when my beetroot was a little bit sad in the greenhouse. I have watered it now, but it's still a little bit sad. Anyway, I'm going to try and plant it in this bed, which hasn't got anything growing in it. It did have pumpkins, but they mysteriously died. So we'll try with something else. Try with some beetroot. And this has got old potato compost on it, because I emptied the potatoes out on here. So it's sort of been mulched, but we'll see. It did rain today as well, so I'm hoping it's not too hard to dig into, but we'll see. Okay, so all the beetroot is in and watered. It looks very sad at the moment, but I am hoping it will perk up. Here's hoping. I have got some onions to plant. I'm just thinking if I can be bothered. Not really, is the answer. Not really. Not really, and I'm quite hungry. I've not had my tea, but I can see that there are a million beans to harvest. So let's go and do that, and I'll make some sort of bean and cucumber casserole. That's all I can do at the moment. Let's give these a go. Some of these have gone a bit far. Maybe I actually will have to make a casserole. This is what happens when you don't come to your allotment for like 4 days in August. You just overrun with stuff. My mum comes home from holiday tomorrow. Maybe I can force a bunch of beans and cucumbers on her. These sunshine yellow beans are great, very prolific. I think we got these from a recommendation in the King seed catalogue, which, yeah, very good, very nice, very tasty and prolific, as you can quite clearly see. No shortage of them. Is that it? Is that it? Any more for any more? Will that do? Yeah, and then we've got berlottis, but I'm leaving those on so we can keep the actual beans and dry them over winter. I'm going to go around the plot and I'm going to see if there's anything else to harvest, and I'll show you if there is with my improvised. I've not got my nice harvest basket today. I didn't really expect to get anything. So I said, if anything exciting happens when I'm harvesting, I'll show you. Well, first of all, it's not that exciting, but I've got 2 little cauliflowers. These are actually probably the best cauliflowers I've ever got. Sorry, the lighting's a bit rubbish. We're at sunset. So 2 little cauliflowers. These are sort of starting to separate now, so they'll go to flower if I'm not careful. So I'll take those because I'm going to have to make some sort of stew anyway. Of course, we've got courgette and another one in there. Of course we have. I've got 4 in the fridge. I've currently got 4 courgettes in the fridge. That's 2 more. That's 6 courgettes. Ratatouille, anyone? Ratatouille, pasta sauce. What else can I make? I've made courgette cake. I'm on it. I'm doing all of the courgettes, but yet they still come in. Maybe I'll offload those to my mum as well when she comes tomorrow. And very excitingly, I think I've grown a swede. These were looking like the leaves were looking really, really sad in the one of the brassica beds, and I sowed turnips and swedes together, and I did thin them out and everything, but they just sort of weren't doing anything. And then I went to have a look to get those cauliflowers, and I thought, hang on, there's something there, and I think this is a swede or a turnip. I think this is a swede. Either way, it's going in this casserole that I'm making, this Swede courgette casserole. But that's very exciting, isn't it? I also pulled a lot of my leftover carrots because I'm going to re-sow those soon, and then I thought, oh, I'll get some beetroot, seeing as I've re-sowed my beetroot, because I've got absolutely loads of beetroot left in the ground, and I thought, well, I'll try and pickle some. Look at this absolute monstrosity of a beetroot. Look at all the leaves. I mean, I keep the leaves because I have a pet rabbit and he loves beetroot leaves, as is like greens. But this is an absolute beast of a beetroot. Who'd have thought I could have grown that? Isn't that insane? Beetroot. Anyway, I've pulled loads of them and I've got, all my others are big as well. My beetroot's doing fantastically. I really need to get on and eat it. So we've got a whole box of veg, we've got like 12 cucumbers and a whole biscuit tin of flowers. So I would say, all in all, that's a pretty successful day at the allotment. We've planted everything. I'm just about to go around and feed everything. I bought that Q4 fertiliser. So I'm going to feed my pumpkins and my courgettes and anything else like that's quite a hungry plant. I'll feed those. And then I'm going to go home and decide what I'm going to do with 12 cucumbers and a Swede and a beetroot. So I guess that's kind of it for today's vlog. I know it's very short and sweet, but as I said, there's not that much to do. It's like harvest, deadhead, succession sow, harvest, deadhead, succession sow. So that's all I'm doing. And obviously my key focus, more than sort of, oh, my hair, I'm so sorry. Key focus for this year is my flowers more than the veg. So that's like why my priorities aren't so much on the successional sowing. I am still trying my best, but it's not the be all and end all this year. The be all and end all is my bloody flowers. And I must admit, they're looking good. The dahlias, I'm sure when the dahlias start blooming, they'll keep going, but they just need to start. They just need a kick start and then they'll be good. But we have got just less than 2 months, so hopefully that will all be good. Anyway, thank you for watching today's video. Thank you for watching our vlogs in general. I know I've been a little bit all over the place with uploading and my brain is generally quite all over the place just because we've got a lot on, but I do still want to do these videos for you. You're not forcing me, don't worry, it is all of my own free will. But yeah, thank you for supporting us, thank you for watching the videos and staying with us, and we'll see you in the next video, whether that's an allotment vlog or a weekend vlog, whichever ones you decide to watch. We'll see you then. Bye, love you, bye.